Muy buenas y bienvenidos un día más a un rato con Shurato. Y aquí continuamos en Night of Xentar, en el templo de Xentar ya por fin. Me he movido un poco y he tenido un combate y no veas. Falta... ¿De dónde? No sé qué piedra me falta, pero... Aquí está el combatillo este que es muy guapo. Madre mía, con las cocatrices de los huevos. Esto va a ser duro, va a ser duro. Y encima hay varias puertas. Como tenga que ir moviéndome de puerta en puerta, verás tú. Verás tú. Vamos a ver. Y hay una tercera puerta. Pues sí, pues vamos a coger esta. Para empezar.
This place is huge.
Whatever it is, it looks strangely familiar.
Aquí no hay nada, vale. Tal como sospechaba. Hay que ir puerta a puerta hasta encontrar las escaleras. Pues nada, iremos puerta a puerta hasta encontrar las escaleras. Bueno, más bien vamos a registrar todas las habitaciones, no vaya a ser que haya algo.
Desmon, I don't want to hear any bullshit about my premonitions, but I have a feeling that your falcon sword is somewhere in here.
Sí, la espada halcón, por favor.
Don't worry, old friend. I may be a bit slow sometimes, but the memory's intact.
I don't understand. How could Rolf feel them?
He helped recover the ore they're made of, and then oversaw their forging. And like his first blow-up doll, the man always remembers weapons he's helped to make.
¡Qué cabrón!
Please don't tell me about your doll. If I lose any more respect for you, I'm joining forces with the demons.
Serio. No, salto no. Bueno, que en teoría el salto... Ya, pues está habilitado el salto. Bueno, mira, me servirá para salir de aquí. Vale. Pues vamos a mirar primero la otra puerta. Qué raro que aquí no hayan salido bichos. O sea, solo salen los bichos en los pasillos. Esta puerta. Oh. Nada. Por aquí. Dime que está por aquí, Me voy apresuroso. Nada. Mezcla vitamínica. A ver. La mezcla vitamínica. ¿Alguna? Sí. Ahí la veía presurosa. A Rolf ahora. Bien, hemos hecho bien en entrar en esta. Vamos. deja de pegarle a Luna, cabrón. Ya, vamos, vamos, vamos. Que ya estamos cerca. Ya vuelo el final. ¡Me ha bajado la barra! ¿Cómo le ha bajado la vida ahí en un momento? Joder. ¿Esto qué es? Cada vez salen cosas más raras. Vaya, todo de golpe. Mierda, no, por fallar en la puerta. Estoy jugando mucho con retrasar tanto la sanación.
This place is so neat.
I wonder who's living in here.
Con razón se me veía raro el otro día. Ahora. Vale, por aquí hay unas escaleras. Y aquí hay un cofre. Dime, ¿qué está las...? Dime que hay algo guapo. Bebida energética. Ah, la bebida energética me parece que era vida. Se la vamos a dar a Luna. No, era fuerza, mierda. A Luna no le sirve de nada la fuerza. Y no he salvado antes. Joder. No, primero vamos a mirar qué hay en la otra... En las escaleras. Vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. Un cofre.
Look, my enchanted armor, finally.
Por fin, sí señor.
That looks real, all right.
Come to Papa.
Don't just fondle it, put it on.
Armadura Gengi. Ya solo nos falta la espada. Espérate. No se le puede equipar a Rolf. Vale. Ahora solo falta la espada y ya estaremos completos. Venga, a ver si sale pronto. Bueno, eso es tirar la magia, pero bueno. Como mola ahora la nueva armadura. ¿Hay algo más por aquí? Sí, hay 3 puertas aquí también. Pues vamos a mirar primero esta.
I am curious where the demons might be hiding. These monsters certainly don't look like demons.
¿No parecen demonios?
If they use the key, they'll be in here.
The theft of the key might be a ruse. Remember, if demons used to have access to this building, they might not need a key.
Bueno, pues si aquí han hablado es que esto es parte de la misión. Vamos a ver. Vamos a la otra puerta, a ver.
Look, a treasure chest.
La espada, la espada, la espada.
It's here! The Falcon Sword is here!
¡Sí!
It's been so long since I lost it in Squalor Hollow.
Unas 15 horas.
I have a good feeling about this.
Oh yeah, look at the curve, the gleam, the length, the strength.
Is it getting warm in here?
¡Ay, qué bonita! Y ahora al centro. Putos ninjas. Lo que no sé es por qué unos tienen la barra amarilla y otros blanca. Mira, una bebida presurosa. Bebida presurosa se la vamos a dar a Shurato. Ahora vamos a ver qué pasa por aquí. Uf. Y objeto. Ah, pues no era el combate final todavía. Aún queda un poquito para el combate final. No está mal, están subiendo mucho de nivel. Otro más. Por aquí no hay nada. Y aparte, como hemos ido aprendiendo, hemos cogido el conocimiento, pues cada vez resultan más fáciles estos. Por aquí no hay nada. Vale, pues hay que entrar en la puerta. ¿Puro? Y además, tener una buena healer siempre ayuda. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Aquí hay una puerta, aquí hay otra puerta. Joder. ¿Qué cogemos? ¿La puerta de en medio o la puerta de la esquina? Por aquí no hay nada. Vamos a coger esta puerta a ver qué hay. ¿Esa es una puerta? Ahí no me digas. Ah, vale. Parece la cara de alguien, un bajo relieve. Sea lo que fuere, podemos pasar otra vez. No hay para agarrar y no pienso que podamos romperla. ¡Ey, miren esto! Hay un agujero bajo su ojo. Tenemos algo que encaje.
Let's try the Pearl of Sorrow.
That's appropriate. The pearl of sorrow would be the missing tear. How wonderfully poetic. It reminds me of the sonnets I used to write for my first true love. Her name was Griselda. We met after
Joder,
I
macho.
accidentally
Qué forma de
shot her
conocerse.
puppy with my brand new bow and arrow.
That's nice, Rolf. Now try the pearl already. It fits!
And the door opened.
Gee, that's great!
Vamos para allá. Joder.
How much farther do we need to go?
Eso digo yo. ¿Estamos bajando al infierno a pata o qué?
Where am I?
Desmon, we're on cloud.
Ah, no, hemos subido.
Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down.
¡Oh, y angelitos! ¡Qué monos!
Hi, Desmond. Long time no see. Hi, Desmond.
¿Me conocen? A ver, ¿qué me dice este de aquí?
Desmond, is it you?
O sea, que Desmon es un angelito. Pues no lo parece, la verdad. Bueno, vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
The air seems so fresh and pure.
No te jode, fresco seguro.
Ah, inhale deeply. It reminds me of Arcadia.
I, for one, just got a craving for cigarettes.
Desmond?
Who said that? Wait, I heard this voice before. She helped me in the village of...
I heard her in my dream.
I saw her in my dream.
My name
Oh.
is Althea. Finally you make it, my son.
¡Ay, qué bonito el reencuentro de mamá con hijo!
She can't mean Desmond. Come on, Desmond, a godling?
I'll remember that, Luna. No disrespect, Althea, but how could I be your son? This is only the second time I've ever spoken to you. I mean, you're speaking figuratively, of course.
Have you forgotten my voice, my face, and all the memories?
I must have, though I can't imagine what I could have been drinking.
Desmond, look around you. You're home. That temple is the link between this world and the humans, as well as the nether realms and the demons.
Hey, where are the demons now?
Yeah, we want to get even.
You saw the evil door in the temple? That's the way to the demons, who since returned to the safety of their own realms, where not even you, fair and angry
No, no he visto
sorceress,
ninguna puerta
may
maldita.
reach
Será la que nos falta por abrir.
Why was the falcon sword in the temple?
It's a long story, long before you were born.
Born? Where? When? I've always been traveling from place to place, from one strange bed to another. I mean...
Yes, that blessing so you'd never have to seek a bed to lie in certainly had some unexpected side effects.
Hostia, qué bueno.
Anyhow, Desmond, look here.
Hey, who's the baby?
It's you, and the stunning woman is me.
Ay, Dios.
You, the son of
Madre
the
mía,
gods, were
qué
born 20
diosa.
years ago. My dear Desmond, how cute you were.
It almost makes up for what he's turned into.
So, what happened?
Before humans ever existed, the world was composed of the forces of light and the forces of darkness. There were eons in which the darkness was dominant, and its evil minions slaughtered every new creature light tried to place in the world.
Típica historia del bien y el mal y tal y cual.
Darkness is as strong as light. There's a balance, so we knew that total victory was impossible. Meanwhile, there were ages in which light became dominant, where flowers bloomed all over and people were compassionate. Unlike the lower animals who lived by instinct, or the dark creatures who thrived in mistrust and treachery, human beings actually benefited when they lived with love and respect. We hoped humanity's growth would change the balance, that light would keep growing stronger, and that darkness would soon vanish.
Sí, claro. Que se desvaneciera la maldad de la
But
humanidad.
the demons wouldn't passively accept their destruction. Assholes. They saw the possibilities of corrupting the fledgling humans, and then literally all hell broke loose. Mankind was susceptible to all forms of negative emotions: hatred, jealousy, spite, greed, sadism, self-centeredness, and the worst of all, the need to
¡Oh,
seek
qué
external
grande!
So
En el 93 ya sabían en qué se iba a convertir esta mierda de mundo con la censura.
within the heart. This metaphysical war in each human's psyche should have destroyed the poor souls. Instead, they became stronger, more independent, and completely obnoxious.
Vamos, que se hicieron de izquierdas.
We were incensed at seeing humans pick and choose their emotions and even
Sí, ves, a las
survive
emociones como buen de
incredibly
izquierdoso.
decisions they made. The demons were disgusted to see their inspired wars, quarrels, and pension embezzlements fall to peace treaties,
Bobby Kennedy.
reconciliation, and Bobby Kennedy. Not wanting to deal with humans anymore, light and darkness agreed to stay within their own realms and let humans muck up their own lives. The demons, however, could not resist the potential to
Obviamente
corrupt
son
humans
demonios.
and returned to spread their evil directly. Into that delightful mess, you were born. At the same time, Deimos, the king of darkness, sired an offspring as well. Much to everyone's surprise, he was surprisingly human-like. Deimos had no desire to raise his offspring, however, and having killed
no
the
será
mother in a spat,
obviamente el
overcome
caballero
by his
oscuro.
eggs,
Por eso ha dicho que
came
podíamos
to us
llegar a
with
ser
a
amigos.
I have an idea, he said. Why don't we throw these kids down with the humans, let them fend for themselves, and after 20 years, we'll have them fight to the death. The winner will, by sheer nature of victory, be best suited to the humans, and his ancestors reign superior. The losers can carry the corpse of their champion back to their own realms, never to return. Well, that was the idea. Both babies were raised as human, not knowing their eventual destiny. I looked over you constantly, except when you were with a woman or on the phone. So many times I felt compelled by motherly nature to assist you. Just as many times I wanted to smack you for being such an insensitive prick. Nonetheless, neither side could do anything to help their own or harm the other.
Bull! These guys have been trying to kill us for weeks.
Demos broke the agreement. Apparently his son didn't fare as well, and so he's been trying to kill you before the duel was to take place.
And if no duel, it'd be open warfare again.
And the war is becoming even more...
Joder, qué charla nos está pegando la tía.
I think that by us learning magic, we may have been stealing your power.
Not stealing it, but actually creating it for yourselves. Humans now possess the power to hurt us greater beings. Our only options? To completely dominate mankind again, to forge a non-interaction pact that'll work, or destroy all life and start from scratch.
Esa parte de desintegrar todas las almas humanas me parece fantástico.
If Demos's demons had succeeded in destroying you, our only recourse would have been to spirit the noblest humans.
Pues si me han matado unas cuantas veces.
But we are the tribes of light, and we have been honor-bound to let the duel continue if you survived, no matter what Demos did to you.
Which was just about everything except sick a succubus on him.
I wouldn't say that.
Sí.
What's worse, they stole your falcon sword and the gems. I retrieved them, but giving them back would have broken our side of the pact.
Playing fair really sucks sometimes.
If you had died before you found them, we would have been the losers even before the duel took place. But you are tougher than they expected, in spite of Demos's magic medal. We are pacifists, but it pleases me that you are such an outstanding swordsman. I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I pray Demos's son will not decorate his temple with your innards.
Vaya ánimos que da la madre también.
You, Rolf and Luna, for helping Desmond reach his destiny. This is what the forces of darkness can't do, provide trusted, loving companions. Especially you, Rolf. As a descendant of the Dragon Knights, your cooperation seemed unlikely at best. Though the Dragon Knights did originally fight for the light.
Did they?
But the demons taught them that they could use their strength and status to acquire wealth and women, willing or not.
Vaya chapa que está pegando.
Like Desmond, you have no knowledge of your father.
Only that he was killed by bandits defending a caravan of edible body oils and bourbon.
As the noblest of the Dragon Knight descendants, his son was the logical choice to receive the newly forged Falcon Sword. A sword you would have used with perhaps more skill than Desmond, had you only resisted the Dragon Knight practice of cheating at cards. And so, armed with only cold iron, you aided Desmond and brought honor back to your line. I promise you that mankind will remember you as more than Rolf, that big wise-ass sidekick who never got the girl. And you, Luna, are such a loving, faithful
Que
friend.
llevamos 10 minutos de chapa.
Yeah, thank you.
being of the same gender, although, of course, infinitely more attractive, ladylike, and magically and sexually potent, I understand your feelings for my son.
Venga, con la diosa.
Excuse me?
I know you love only him, and that you wouldn't fear dying if you were to die for him. And even if he were dead and rotting 6 feet under, you'd love the very worms in the ground.
Ah, qué puto
because
asco.
they nibbled on his corpse and shit the highest grade fertilizer.
Excuse me?
If all human beings were like you, darkness wouldn't stand a chance of entering anyone's heart.
Well, that's because she doesn't have.
Desmond, don't interrupt your mother again, or you'll have a lot more to fear than demons. Where was I? You should all be proud of one another. Think of how different your lives would be without this adventure.
Boring.
Boring.
A few more years of my spell, and I would have been the most reviled woman in a community of desperate women.
That's nice. Deimos' son is in the nether realms through the devil's door in the temple. He should be meeting his dad
Pues
too.
como le estoy metiendo la misma chapaca aquí, porque si yo se va a
Desmond,
suicidar.
Son of light and goodness, it's time for you to kill. Rolf, make sure that in between rounds he gets plenty of water, and watch for cuts, cause I know Deimos' spawn will use headbutts. Given your propensity for getting lost, I'll teleport you to the duel. My son.
Uf. Gracias por la chapatía. Muchas gracias.
What is this place?
This cave is the arena for the prophecy duel.
Are you sure? Well, don't let the chair suspended in midair or all the sand on the ground convince you.
How could you be the son of the goddess?
This from the descendant of the Dragon Knight?
I can't believe that either.
Rolf, I've seen you smash clay tankards against your forehead. How could you not have Dragon Knight blood in you?
You do have a point there.
Well, fine. You guys are just so special, aren't you? Well, where does that leave our poor little sorceress?
Plana, pero si tiene unos
To
pechotes que te
enjoy
cagas.
the secure knowledge of her past. Look, I know what a loudmouth busybody your mother is, but you should take some solace in knowing who you are. I never knew who I was till today. All of those years, all of those adventures, everything was preparation
Por cierto, estoy
for
solo,
today.
no los voy a tener más de compañeros.
So, now I know. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to kill someone.
Desmon, there's been something I've been wanting to tell you ever since I met you.
No, Rolf, I must tell him.
We've got a problem. Rock, paper, scissors.
Agreed. 1, 2...
3. Damn! Why do I always choose rock?
I've spent years with scrolls. I know nothing but paper.
For those who think rock, paper, scissors is modern or even childish, the game's origins date back to the ancient Egyptians. Young princes used to play papyrus pyramid spearhead using dozens of slaves to enact their choices. Unfortunately, enacting the prince's commands took minutes, often spoiling the high-speed thrill of the game. The Romans, upon conquering Egypt, simplified the game, but still managed to screw it up with the creation of clay tablet rock gladius. Considered boorish by the citizens and too complicated for the slaves, the game remained largely unplayed until Nero made it a feature of his orgies. The less said about this, the better.
Vaya chapa.
Finally, it was Leonardo da Vinci who rediscovered the game and revised it so that the masses... Hey, wait a minute! You can't take me away! I haven't even gotten to the game's introduction to the New World! Hey, wait a minute! I've got to come back here!
¿Está?
What was that?
Nothing. Just ignore them.
Anyhow, you were saying...
I don't want you to die.
Whoa, that's the first nice thing you've said to me since you joined our expedition. But I still gotta go.
No, he'll kill you.
No, yo lo voy a matar.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Didn't you hear? You're fighting the King of Darkness's son. While you spent your life jumping from bed to bed, you know demons in human guise. They've been surreptitiously training and torturing him until all he knows is killing.
Luna, do you love me?
Yes, I love you so much. Do you love
Ay,
me?
qué bonito.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. You know, Oh,
Hijo de puta.
well, it's time to go.
Come on, man. If you're really godling, don't be a sissy now.
I figured it out. I can never die without replying to Luna. Trust me.
Desmond, you can't.
Love to stay and chat, Luna, but I gotta go.
Don't fuck up. I'm gonna be betting on you.
Pero eso lo vamos a ver después. Ahora una pequeña pausa. Sed buenos, sed felices y hasta ahora.